Hi everyone, welcome to Let's Goldcap episode 10. This is a recap of week 4. A month has passed and we're going to see what we earned on both servers. Now you can see those numbers tumbling above my head. Um, it's just a little bit of a change just to speed things up. I don't want to take a lot of your time and I'm sick and tired of making these long videos. But hey, guess what? I edited like 2 nights to get this done. So I have to find another way. Now we're starting off with the mailboxes of Miss, and during the week she took over leatherworking from Savvy because a little bit of time schedules got in the way. So leatherworking is coming from the misses in the second half of the week. Last week we saw blacksmithing taking off again on a high population server. This week we invested a little bit more on alchemy, tweaking a little bit on the profiles, and also buying out Zin and Thief, and all the rest of the herbs was still farmed, so we got a nice profit margin on alchemy as well. Now last week we made almost 80,000 gold on the professions on the high population server, and of course we want to overdo that. We want to make more profit. We want to make faster profit. We want to sell a lot more. It's not about selling items for a lot of gold, even though that's really welcome, but it's all about making enough sales. Like I said, Miss took over leatherworking. Starting from next week, Miss is also going to take over inscription. Savvy will put his time more into farming. He's the farmer 2000, so he can't escape from that. But also because Miss can do a lot more cancel scans, and that's also very important to be on top of the auction house, being the cheapest one, being the first one on the buying list. And especially with 8.3, you I don't know if you all saw the auction house revamp, but you don't have to undercut anymore. It's just the last thing posted at a certain price, the lowest price. So let's say 5 items, the cheapest 5 items are posted, and you post 2 more, and somebody buys 3, he's gonna buy 2 of you and one of the previous 5 that was on there. So if you post as the last person, you're gonna get the first sales. Right now you're only seeing numbers from the high population server, and it's only gonna stay with that in this concept. So only high population server sales you are going to see right now, because we made a decision. We are transferring a few characters from the low population server to the high population server. You could see it in the numbers. The sales were 75% to almost 80% on high pop, and to 20 to 25% on low population server. So we are preparing 2 guild banks full of stuff to make a transfer, to bring the materials that are cheaper on low population server. We're gonna bring them with us to high population, so we are on top. I bought a lot of bags, hexweave bags, deep sea bags. I bought a lot of deep sea satin. I got all my old world materials for legacy stuff, so I'm bringing my tailor and enchanter, which is my priest, and also my DK, which has inscription and blacksmithing. I'm gonna bring them to high pop. I will only do enchanting on high population server, so I will be doing enchanting. Miss will be doing alchemy, blacksmithing, cooking. Oh no, I will do engineering as well. So I got 2 professions. Inscription will be for the missus. Jewel crafting, for now, it's for Savvy. When I'm not sure if we're gonna see a change there. Leatherworking is for the missus, and tailoring is for the missus. And I'll be doing all that legacy stuff this week. I started off doing engineering and getting engineering high enough to be able to start with sky golems and even the outland chopper and all that kind of stuff. And you can see legacy crafts are doing really well, especially because of the frostweave bags. With doing the video earlier this week, we are keeping that up. But also a lot of glyphs from Legion are selling for like 2,000 gold a piece. Jewel crafting is doing very well. Savvy sold two staffs for about 120k for just two staffs. And then blacksmithing, again, a quarter of a million. It's not 300,000, but it's a quarter of a million. And then alchemy with 170,000 gold. So for this week alone on the high pop, we made 853,000 gold, which is actually insane. It's more than the week before. It's just going up, up, up ever since we started doing this series. And we are gonna keep doing that, especially with the two transfers coming in. Two more guild banks are coming in, so that means we have 4 guilds on that server. We're gonna stuff it with a lot of stuff. I gotta bring my pets as well. I haven't sold, well, only one pet was sold. It's not even in the numbers. It's only 401 gold, but a lot of stuff sold. You see, almost 9,000 gold I made on engineering. And I know it's not a lot, but I hope from the legacy crafts we will see more engineering sales. But that's going into legacy craft, legacy mats. I smelted a lot of bars, fell steel bars that are insane in price, but I'm also stocking them up, so I'm not selling everything. I'm just trying and fooling around with all that stuff. So we see a lot of stuff selling, and we are going to continue doing that. Now we're gonna go over this quick. This is high pop, so you see the potion amounts: 268, 20, 166, 100, 24, 70, 25, 43, 20, 45, 20, 75, 12, 5, and then the flasks 40, 30, 30, 18, 12, 21, 8. So the amounts is like every time almost 20,000 gold, so that's 173. But this is not pure profit. Like I said, we bought also a lot of Zen Antique. We bought a few materials during the week, so from that 900 plus gold, that's not all profit. And then you see it with monolite from blacksmithing. Even the monolite gear still sells if people are willing to. And then some sinisters. And then of course the notorious 12k, 25, 6k monol hardened claymore, sinister combatant, deck pounder pole arm, 8k a piece, until you get like cutlass, which comes with 12 gold average a piece, and then a shank around the spell blade, and then also some hoof plates, stirrups, and then the inflatable mount shoes, which go for just under 6,000 gold a piece. So that's a lot of gold, and that comes to 268,000 gold. Cooking, we didn't put a lot of time in cooking again, so that's only like 15,000 gold, almost 16,000 gold. Enchanting is still a highly competitive market on this server, so we didn't make huge amounts with enchanting, just 16.7 thousand gold. But you can see it here with the ring enchants. They're going for like 1,000 gold a piece until mastery, so 600 gold a piece, and versatility under 600 gold a piece. Inscription again has been really on point, the same as last week. We see the same numbers. A lot of War Scrolls of Intellect has sold. A few trinkets, not as high as on my low pop server. You saw that in the Zen Antique milling video. And then also combatant etched vessels. We sold a notorious and a honorable, so the offhand sold, and then a Dark Moon deck of tides, and then also some ink that we had lingering around. You get a lot of blue ink if you do inscription, and that's 93,000 gold, so that's quite good. And then tailoring, a lot of the profit from tailoring came from the legacy crafts, but you can see here sold 8 bags, so that's 28,000 gold, and then just some tide spray stuff. That's everything with tailoring. We didn't sell any real armor. No real armor sold, just bags, and it's 32,000 gold. So if we go over, this is the low population server, which is sold a few potions I sent through to my general salesman, the one I actually do the flipping with, so that's 22 gold. And for cooking, I sold 6 abyssal fried risol, and that's 34 gold. But everything from blacksmithing that wasn't selling before, everything from enchanting that was, yeah, it was selling but not quite that good. Engineering stuff as well, even even though it has not even selling on high population servers, sorry. Jewel crafting as well, leatherworking as well, and also tailoring as well. This is worth a lot more on a high population server, and that is already in the bank. But if we can see here, inscription, I did like the ZNT video, you see it here, sold 3 trinkets, 4 trinkets, 2 trinkets, 1 trinket, around 10,000 gold a trinket. I even sold one of Storms for 22,000 gold because that was that high and that demanded. So I'm coming in at 120,000 gold from inscription. Sold some contracts, sold some of war scrolls. But yeah, I sold 10 trinkets. All because of the video. I didn't craft the trinkets before. And I'm thinking like, this character I'm also going to transfer to a high population server. And it was like, yeah, trinkets on the other server are like 3,000 to 5,000 gold. But we're going to do so much more stuff. I'm bringing in everything that's crafted from blacksmithing as well. So that's everything that actually sold on low population server this week. And of course, sold some materials, obsolete materials that we had, like meaty haunch. Sold a bunch of those, Umbra shards, sold a bunch of those because we were making a lot of expulsum. We have a lot of blue crafted tight spray, linen bracers, and coarse leather bracers. So we get a lot of Umbra shards. And since enchanting is not selling that well, we get a lot of obsolete Umbra shards. We sold those for almost 70,000 gold. Calcified bones as well, and just a little bit of gilded seaweed. But we have a bank stuffed. So we do 1 column of every material or 2 columns for special material. So that's 2,800 or 5,600 items of each. And if we go over that, we are selling them, except for herbs, because sometimes you need a lot with inscription. And then on low populations, sold some moist fillet and frenzied fangtooth that I had from flipping before. So that's 25,000 and not even 1,000 gold. Now if we're looking at legacy stuff, 109,000 gold on high population servers, especially frostweave bags, 23.5. Ember silk bags, 9,000 gold. Silkweave satchels, almost 5,000 gold. Netherweave bags, I know they're cheap, but we sold 49, so that's more than 1,000 gold. And then you see all of these glyphs. All of these glyphs. And then we sold some other stuff as well. You can see here fell steel bars. That's like 630 a piece. And I have to get this one out because it's doubled. So that's 103,000 gold. Some bowl of rune cloth. We are making so much stuff that we have to sell it sometimes. I put it in 3 times. Fell steel bar and was doing something wrong. Okay, 97,000 gold. Mithril bars, fell iron bars, goblin glider kit, gold bar, mythic healing potion. But a lot of these smelted bars are now going into the guild bank. And also some materials, lean shank, fell weed, dream foil, dense stone, some special, yeah, golden samsam and sorrow moss. I didn't expect them to sell, but actually a quite nice amount. And I also sold a medallion of the Legion. I know it's not a material, but I didn't know where else to put it, so it's here. We have to monitor sales. We have to know where they're coming from, and also just some normal rune cloth. We didn't even make bags out of them. And then this one is on my scribe as well. So I sold a Laystone Pauldron on low pop 2.2, a Glyph 1.7, and then those major healing potions that's just looted from doing transmog runs. I actually sold those. And then some herbs, primal earth. I have a little flipping scheme. Actually doing better on a server that is not monitored in this spreadsheet. So a third server, and I got 2 more that I actually flip a little bit on, but okay. And also I didn't know where to put them, but from all the transmog runs we did, you got the journeyman backpack, and the other one it's like 14 and 16 slots. We sold over 20 of those, so that's actually quite good. I sold 10 today or 8 today for 64 gold, which is crazy. And then on the transmog runs, you can see here I also sold a BOE, a Legion BOE, but that went for 12.8k. And this is also a BOE, one we looted last week on the community run, so that's 30,000 gold. Just a few minor things, but because of the three BOEs, high population is doing better than low population. It's only 3,339 gold, and I have to say that's almost just enough. We have like 700 gold profit. All the rest is posting cost. So the graphs, of course, we have to take a look at the graphs. Doomhammer versus Sarfang. So low population 23.5 and then high population 76.5. I know we only made 122,000 gold this week because we took all our stuff and put it in the bank except for inscription and some old stuff. But 875, it was 785 last week. This thing is growing like really fast. We made 2,505,000 gold from professions alone. Blacksmithing still the biggest one. Alchemy is joining there. Leatherworking not doing bad. Jewel crafting made a sprint with the staffs. Inscription crazy. Enchanting just following. Cooking following a little bit. Engineering is slacking behind, but even tailoring is over 120,000 gold in a month. And then for a low population server, you'll have like 85, 98, 66, 35, 96. I know, inscription jumped over everything. It's 134,000 gold. Because of the trinkets, I think it would be break even with like alchemy or jewel crafting if we proceeded with those for a month. You see what a huge jump inscription made. And I think blacksmithing is showing the total 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's this week. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we don't have to count this one. We have to count up till here. And that's the total of everything. That's the total of the 4 weeks. So that's almost 1 million gold from blacksmithing alone. So if we go see here, blacksmithing made 940,000 gold this month alone. Let's look at the overview. We're gonna stop this video after this, so that's the last thing I'll show. The gold in the bank. So we got 35,000 gold on the transmog bag on low population. This number, we have 240,000 left in the guild on a low population server. That's the profession guild bank. I already spent 200,000 gold on materials just to bring to high population server. And on high pop, that's almost 2 million gold in the bank and 78,000 on the transmog bank, which means we have 2.2 million after a month. Don't forget, we spent 700,000 gold on the tokens. So that's almost 3 million gold made in 4 weeks time. So that's really crazy. So just to recap, we made like 3 million gold this month and we spend it on our tokens as well. We have like 12 days of game time left now. Yeah, like I said, we are bringing 2 guild banks to high population. We're gonna put all our energy over there because everything sells a lot faster. Sometimes for higher amounts as well, and sometimes for lower amounts, but that's okay. That's fine. We just want to see more sales. More sales is more gold. If you do like 2 sales versus 10 sales, and those 2 sales are 10k, and those 10 sales are 5k, that's 50,000 versus 50,000 versus 20,000. So we want to make more sales, of course. So we're bringing the guild. I think we can do the first one on Monday and then the second one on Wednesday. We made a few faults. We swapped We swapped guild master just to make sure which characters we are bringing. Mine and Miss was guild leader, so we have to wait 7 days before we can transfer a guild bank. And you can't put pets in there as well. No caged pets. You have to learn them and unlearn them or cage them again on the other server. So we are not going to do the comparison. The only thing we can do the comparison on will be transmog items if they sell, and flipping for like primal earth and eternals and medallions and that kind of stuff. But I could bring all of my other servers where I flip all these items on as well, because they're sort of the same thing right now. Um, yeah, you're gonna see a lot more energy put into high pop, or the only thing you're gonna see is the high population server. And because we only need to focus on one server, that means we are not going to spend so much double time, which leaves a lot more room to do stuff we also enjoy. Because at the end of week 3 and the start of this week, we did a lot of farming, and it was like, are we gonna do this like every single day? If stuff sells so fast, I have to farm on this server and farm on that server, and that's also why a little bit of the reason why we took that decision just to go to high pop. It was nice to have the comparison, but if you have like 350,000 gold in blacksmithing or 300,000 gold, and you look at what you sell on low pop, you know, it's discouraging. It really is. So we don't want to get burned up. We're going to high pop, we're going to see a lot of sales, and that also means that I can be very selective on videos that I make. We can test more things, we can do more stuff together, and that's really important. So thank you all for watching. Hope to see you in the next video. Have fun, take care. Bye bye.